Hello friends, welcome to my channel called Graphic World. My name is Abhishek. Today we will be continuing from my last lesson, Maya Basic Routine. In the last lesson, we have understood basic concept of set-driven key and how to use the set-driven key. In this lesson, we will be learning basic concept of constraint and how to utilize the constraint in our project. So what is constraint? A constraint is the relationship between one or two objects in Maya. To simplify, in Maya, one object's transform attribute, that is move, rotate, and scale, controls the other object's transform attribute. The object which control it's called target object, and the other object is called constraint object. Now let us go into the software and understand the basic of constraint. In Maya, there are 6 main constraints available: parent, point, orient, scale, aim, and pole vector. For using the constraint, you need to make sure that your menu set is set to animation. Now go to the constraint menu. Here you can see all the 6 main constraints are listed at the top. Let's start working on the point constraint. You can see I have two objects in my scene, cube and cone, which I will be using to demonstrate the constraint. I will be rename the cube to target object, as I'm going to use this object as a parent, and cone as a constraint object, as I'm going to use this as a child object. Now select your target object and shift select cone or your constraint object and select the point constraint. Now you can see that the cone or your constraint object is snapped to the cube or my target object. It's happened because the point constraint controls the movement, or you can call it translate, of the constraint object to match with the target object. But here we don't want that. We want our constraint object will be stay in his original position but still be controlled by the target object. For that, you have to go into the option box of the point constraint and tick maintain offset checkbox. This option will allow our constraint object to stay in his position and still controlled by the target object, depending on the constraint you have selected. Now you have seen the point constraint, which controls the translation of an object. Now we will see how the orient constraint works. The orient constraint controls the rotation of an object. For the demonstration, I have a same scene open with my cube and cone object. We will follow the same steps to apply the constraint. First, select the cube and shift select the constraint object. Go to the constraint menu and choose orient constraint option box, and make sure to check the maintain offset checkbox. Here you can see this will control the rotation of the constraint object. Till now you have seen two constraints. First, point constraint, which controls the translation of an object, a constraint object, and second, orient constraint, which controls the rotation of the constraint object. Now let us see how the scale constraint works. Same step, select the cube and shift select cone. Go to the constraint menu and select scale constraint option box and check the maintain offset checkbox. Here you can see the scale constraint controls the scale of a constraint object. Now we will look into our next constraint called parent. This constraint is similar to Maya's parent. Student asked me what is the difference between Maya's default parent and parent constraint. I normally explain to them that the final result of both the parent and parent constraint is same. The major benefit of using constraint is that we can on off the constraint anytime between our animation, which we cannot do with Maya's default parent. Let us see this practically. Again, same step, select the cube and then shift select the cone. Go to the constraint menu and open the option box of the parent constraint and check the maintain offset box. Now you can see I can move, rotate and scale the object, and the constraint object will react to that as it's work with Maya's default parent option. But the advantage of using the constraint that we can on off the constraint control whenever we want during the animation. For that, go to the outliner. You can see the parent constraint node under the constraint object. Select that and go to the channel box. You can see the target object WO attribute here, which is set to 1. If we type 0 here, you can see that cone is not constrained with cube. And again, if we change the target object WO attribute to 1, my parent constraint is working perfectly. This is how we can on off the constraint and use for the animation. We will be looking at this in more detail in our next tutorial. We will be learning how we can use the constraint during the animation. But now we will just focus on the basic of the constraint. Now let us check our next constraint called aim. This constraint is slightly different from the other constraint we have seen till now. The constraint which we have seen is connecting or controlling translate to translate or rotation to rotation attribute. But in the aim constraint, the transform attribute of the target object controls the rotation of the constraint object. Let us see this in practice. Again, same step. Select the cube and shift select the cone. Go to the constraint menu and open the option box of the aim constraint and check the maintain offset checkbox. Now you can see that my constraint object will always aim to my target object. This constraint is very useful for rigging the eye. We will see this in more detail in our next tutorial. I hope you understood the basic concepts of constraint. In the next tutorial, we will be learning how to use this constraint in the project. So please like my video and share with your friends who wants to learn Maya. And if you came first time to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to get the notification of my new tutorial. For now, bye and take care.